Hello, Meg here from I Teach Stamping, and welcome to the Friday Flip. So the Friday Flip is where we take one project idea and we flip it into something completely different, keeping the parts we love and changing what we need to make it work for what we need. So let's go ahead and dive in with our inspiration card. So this is one that actually came from a kit, and I loved a lot of the different things about it. I loved having an accent piece here, and I liked having the notebook paper look here, and a little banner back here, and the polka dots in the background. I love so many different things about it, but I needed to change it up. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to start with our stamping for this project, and we're going to use 3 different stamp sets. We're going to use the writing notes, the pictogram punches, and stake your claim. So the first one we're going to do is the writing notes, and I'm going to use Smoky Slate ink on this. And you want to do it with a really light touch, especially this area up here, because if you get ink up there, then it tends to also get on your cardstock. And I've got 2 pieces of Whisper White. We're going to start with the first one. I'm going to do the entire piece. Scoot this over. I'm just going to lay this down, and this piece of Whisper White is going to be 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. I'm just going to flip my grid paper over and give it a nice little massage. And that will give me that right there. See, I still got some up there, but we're going to fix that. I'm not worried about that. All right, so now I'm going to go back, and I've got another piece of Whisper White, and for the sake of easiness, I just kept the measurements the same. We don't need the entire piece of Whisper White on this one. We just need a portion of it. Let's get that good and massaged and stamped. There we go. All right, so we are done with this one. And then we're going to go ahead and continue to stamp on this white. We're going to bring in that Stake Your Claim and the Night of Navy ink pad. I love Night of Navy. Little thing for you here. I don't know if you care or not, but Night of Navy was the very first ink pad color I bought many years ago. So we're going to have that right there. And then we're going to go ahead and do our die cutting. And then we're going to come back and do a little bit more stamping, but we want to go ahead and get this die cutting done. So the first bit of die cutting that we're going to do is with the tags and labels die. And I want to catch part of that edge of our stamp, but I'm not real worried about how well it's lined up. I'm using my magnetic platform. I'm just going to zip that on through. And if you're feeling like extremely confident and you want to do both of these at the same time, go for it. But then I'm going to go back with the Handpicked Framelits. I'm going to get it on here first. There we go. We're going to zip this back on through. And then we're going to be done with our die cutting. Oh, it shifted on me. So we're not quite done with our die cutting. Alright, so once we get this die cut though, then we're done. And then we're going to switch over and do some dry embossing. So we're going to have this right here. But if you think we're making a birthday card just because it says birthday, trust me, we're not. Alright, so we're going to move the magnetic platform. We're going to bring in the multi-purpose platform. The old switcheroo here. We're going to bring in a piece of crushed curry and the Delicate Dots embossing folder. And we're going to zip this on through and get some texture added to our project. So we have this. This is a fun little one, and it kind of is similar to our inspiration card. We're going to move the big shot. We're going to do some more stamping. So I'm going to use the extra piece, or the extra spaces that are on here, because there's no reason to waste them. And this is from the Pictogram, and I'm using crushed curry ink, and I want 4 yellow flowers. And we're going to clean this, just wash it and dry it. Then we're going to add some cherry cobbler. We want 2 of these. Alright, then the only other thing we have left to stamp is our words. So I'm going to choose, oh, and you know what? There was another stamp set that I used. I used a ton on this one. This is from the tin of cards. I forgot to pull it, and it's the thank you, but you can use whatever sentiment you want, of course. And I'm stamping this to the right-hand side on this little tag. There we have that. Now we're all done with our stamping. What you're going to want to do next is your punching. So you want to use this little flower punch to punch out the flowers. I did that ahead of time just for time's sake. So I'm going to get some of this mess cleaned up and then we'll start our assembly. So the base for our card is going to be Night of Navy, 4 1/4 by 11 inches, scored at 5 1/2. And on the inside, we're going to drop in our notebook paper. So it's going to match the front of our card. All right, we're going to come back and we're going to address this area right here in just a little bit. But then let's go ahead and go to the front. We're going to bring in that dry embossed piece of crushed curry. Then let's go ahead and bring in our punch. We have more punching to do. I always forget this little guy. So this is a piece of cherry cobbler. It's going to be 3 1/2 by 1 1/2. And I'm using the triple banner punch. Or banner triple punch. I always say it wrong. Get our adhesive on here. And this is going to go onto the center of our card. Now we can put the words on top. And then I'm going to drop in our little piece here. Just kind of play around. Wherever you want it to go is fine. But I don't want it to say it's your birthday. So I'm going to take a piece of Smoky Slate, and this is going to be 5/8 of an inch by 1 1/16. So 1 inch and a little. That's all you need to know for it. So 1 and a little inches. So we have this, and now let's bring in a foam mat and our flowers. This is the scoring tool from the Simply Scored. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, and I'm just going to start in the center and do little circles. And as I do that and pull them out from the middle, you'll see the flowers start to curve. So that's going to give me some more added poof, some more added texture to this card. So I just want to do that with 2 of the yellow and 1 red for right now. And each of these is going to get a glue dot. And then you can use liquid glue if you want. This is just fast and easy. Then I'm going to take the other 3 that don't have any texture and put them on like so. We're going to go back over to our card, and I'm going to start with my poofed out ones. Drop a yellow one. Drop the other yellow one, and a cherry cobbler. Then on the inside, remember that boo-boo? I had actually was planning on adding these flowers before I had the boo-boo, but if you have a boo-boo somewhere else on your card, feel free to use this little strategy. So I'm just going to add some flowers up there, and you can spread them out a little bit more if you want, but just kind of add some color to the inside of our card. And now we've got 2 more things we want to add to this. I'm going to bring in the 10-second bow maker and some linen thread. And I'm going to do a double loop bow. And I did it with 1 space between my pegs on the bow maker. Grab my scissors, pull this off. When you get the bow maker, the 10-second bow maker, you get access to all these training videos that show you how to do all kinds of cool bows, like the double loop bow. I'm going to take these and we're going to spread out my loops. I'm going to bring in my glue dots again. Or take one and I'm going to fold it in half, or else it's going to be a little bit too big. Drop it on my project where I want it to be, and then put my bow on. You can also put your bow on your glue dot and pull it off, however you want. Then we're going to take this and clean up our tails a little bit. I like to do the tail cleanup at the end. That way I know exactly where it's going to fall on my project. One more element and we are done. And this is a rare thing for me, having a brand new sheet of these rhinestones. I love these. I go through them a lot, but I always have pieces out of one, pieces out of another. A brand new one. All right, so I'm going to take these little rhinestones. Whoops, that one stuck to me instead of my project. And put them in the middle of our poofed up flowers. I'm not going to do them on the inside because I want this card to close. Nice and flat. And just like that, we have our completed card. So let's take a look. We've got this going on the front and this going on the inside. So there we have it, another Friday flip. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like the Friday flip, please be sure to like it below and also be sure to share it with your friends. then head on over to iteachstamping.com. Make sure that you are signed up for my mailing list so you don't miss any of the paper crafting tips that I share with people that are only on that list. Thanks again for watching. Again, I'm Meg from I Teach Stamping, and have a great day.